What's good, LL Nation? Lucky Lefty Podcast, Honora Boys in the building. Brought to you by Honora Whiskey, honorawhiskey.com. It's that premium American whiskey, honorawhiskey.com. And if you're going to drink, by all means, make sure you do it
responsibly.
You got to do it responsibly, people.
And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly. Because it's like it shines so bright, I wouldn't lie. I remember the very first day that I saw him. I found myself immediately intrigued by him. It's almost like I knew this man from another life.
Lucky Lefty Podcast, Honora Boys in the building. Notre Dame 23, Texas A&M trash. I'm not even mentioning their points. We gave them their points. That's how I feel. You're not even worthy. TexAgs Radio, all your beat reporters that talk trash day after day, week after week, all summer. Now you're humble.
That's right.
Now you're real quiet. Post-game show was only 25 minutes because you ain't have nothing to say. Talk about it. Talk that SEC talk now. Talk that Kyle Field talk now. What's up? What's up, ND Nation? What's up, LDL Nation? What's up, Notre Dame fans? What's up? Let's go. Let's go. I told you, double digits. I told you what Las Vegas was doing. I told you they were playing the okie doke with fools. I told you.
That's right.
I told you that offense was trash. I told you Connor Wegman was trash. I told you. Trash. Let's get it. This is the place for Notre Dame fans to let all the anxiety, all the buildup out today. Let it out.
Let it out.
Audio edibles each and every day. Let me calm down. We have a full show. Apple Podcast, Spotify. Lock in. Subscribe on YouTube. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Hit the thumbs up for us. Respond. Leave comments. We come back at you. We respond to all. We love it. We like it. We have fun. TikTok, Instagram, X at Lucky Lefty Pod. Don't forget, players only being recorded tomorrow morning, posted on Monday night. The players only review show, the recap show. They'll talk about the Texas A&M matchup. I've been talking to recruits that Texas A&M and Notre Dame are recruiting from the 26th class. You have recruits that were invited there by Texas A&M tweeting out "Go Irish" after the game. Talk about it.
That's right.
They tweeting "Go Irish" on Texas A&M's dime. Talk about it. I'm amped, love. I'm amped. It's only one game. We're the home of the misguided passion.
No, what Marcus Freeman say? I told you so.
I told you so. We've been telling you so all summer. We've been telling you so. Home of the misguided passion. But we're forever committed for you to make sure that we continue to spin it
different. I'm telling you.
Your GTB comments, GTB questions, please put them in the chat. Make sure you type GTB, your comment and your question. Super chats, we get to them immediately. As soon as you put your super chat in, we're going to bring it up. Talk your talk, Notre Dame fans. This is the form. Talk that's talk. This is what this show is going to be about all day. If we go an hour and a half, 2 hours, it's going to be us talking that talk. Because we let them talk all summer long. We let them talk. We let Notre Dame fans express their anxiety, express their worries all summer long. Now, we came to talk that ish today. I'm sorry. We came to talk it. Because we told you. We told you, Notre Dame fans. We told you how this is going to play out. I'm going to be a nice guy, too. Congratulations to our resident Miami Hurricane fan, Roosevelt. Roosevelt, your boys look really good in the swamp.
Yeah.
But take it for what it's worth, because Florida's trash. Take it for what it's worth.
Yeah,
Florida's trash. But let me tell you something. Cam Ward looked darn good yesterday. He looked darn good.
He looked comfortable.
Yeah, we'll get to that on Monday's show. We'll say that for Monday's show. But I just wanted to say that to Roosevelt. We both won. We always mess with each other. Unfortunately, we're not on each other's schedule this year. That's next year. But we'll get at you. We'll get at you, dog.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Comments.
We know we may not see you in the playoffs. We know we may not see you in the playoffs, but we'll see you.
Yeah. So let's start. Your reaction. You were tweeting during the game. I don't tweet during the game, bro. I don't. I kicked everybody out of my house yesterday. Everybody. The house was empty. Can I speak? You know, because I had to deliver a message this morning at church. It was 13-13 with about 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. I had a conversation with God, Left. Let me give you some insight on my conversation. I had just thrown the remote across the room.
Wait, what part of the game was this?
Fourth quarter. After Texas A&M tied it up, we got the ball back. We had to punt.
Yeah,
I had just thrown my remote across the room.
Yeah.
Threw it across the room. I calmed myself down, Left. God loves me. I don't know if he loves you, Left. He loves me.
That's right.
He loves me. I know he comes through for me. If he's done it before, he'll do it again. He did it last night because I told him, I said, do not have me going before your people tomorrow angry. Don't do that to me, God.
Don't do it to me this quick.
Don't have me going before your people with anger and bitterness on me. Don't do that to me, God. Don't do that to your people. I need you to handle this. I need you to handle the next 10 minutes.
Handle the next 10 minutes.
Handle the next 10 minutes. You know, he came through for me, Left. That's all I'm going to say. Take the wheel, Left. It's yours. Take the wheel. God is good. That's all I got to say, Notre Dame fans. God is good.
That's right. And I think a lot of it was a good sign of what's to come. And I think what's to come is, I said before the game, Jeremiah Love will be the player of the game. And guess who the player of the game was? And I said that because I know that it starts with him. All the excitement and the glitz and glamours and the toys we got and the older guys being ready. Yeah, but that stabilizing force with a young offensive line that's good, just young, we're going to run that ball. And Jeremiah Love kept setting the tone, kept making play after play. And it wasn't all chunk plays like Jadarian had a chunk play. It was just the plays that we needed to keep the drive alive. Riley made one or two throws that was okay. Could have had a lot more points. The point difference could have been a lot different. And we had opportunities to make it different. It wasn't like we got 23 hard-earned points. We could have had up to 34 points like I predicted. But miscues, miscommunication on things, the environment being loud. I told you that we would have some issues, and it showed early. It showed. The deficiency showed early. It showed. But however, one thing about Notre Dame offensive line, we get stronger as the game goes on. Regardless of age. The one thing about Notre Dame linemen is they get better as the game goes on, specifically run blocking. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, the difference between last year's O-line and this year's O-line is the size. Sheer size. After a while, that D-line that takes A&M, they're like, we don't want to be laid on like this fourth quarter. It's getting late. Then we start leaning on them, laying on them. Them 2 to 3s became 5 and 6s. They stopped wanting to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you got depth in an offensive line like we have. So, yeah, I think that we probably wanted to try a little bit more things in the first half. I think Riley did a solid job managing some things early because it was loud. Momentum was swinging. But at the end of the day, just like the last 15 years of Notre Dame football, when it comes to what we got to do to win the game, we're going to run that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's for the game-winning touchdown, sealing time, or whatever. We are going to run the ball. And that's what we did. We relied on our morals, and we only knew that because we got Denbrock, who knows if all else fails, hand that ball.
Run that rock. Run that rock. Run that rock.
Yeah, when we committed it work.
When somebody says who they are, believe them. Marcus Freeman, all fall camp, said, we're going to run that ball.
Yeah.
When they lost Charles Jackensaw, he doubled down and said, we're going to run that ball. Mike Denbrock came before you and said, we're going to run that ball. The offensive lineman came and spoke to the media and said, we're going to run that ball. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to run that ball this year. We're going to look for the big plays. Those things will come. We'll get to Riley Leonard in a minute, because I'm sure Left has a lot to say, because Left has been warning everybody all season long what you're going to see because of the lack of preparation from that injury in the spring. And everybody wants to take shots. Left, you were prophetic. I'll let you roll on that. I want to say this. I jumped up off my couch. This is when I jumped off my couch. It wasn't when Jadarian Price broke the run. It wasn't when Jeremiah Love scored the winning touchdown. When they walked out and I saw Marcus Freeman turn to his team and start talking that talk.
Yep.
I said, okay, let's go. Okay. All right, Coach Freeman. I see you. I see you. I see you. I said, all right, it's time to go. It's time to go. Absolutely loved it, Left. Absolutely loved it. So for me, it was a manifestation in a lot of ways of what I saw during the fall camp. And as I shared my thoughts with you and the fans, I talked about, number one, I was thoroughly impressed by how much work they got done and the tempo they practice at, which was totally different than the previous two camps. That had a major effect.
That's
and making sure that, and making sure that they were physically the more physical ready team yesterday. That was purpose. We can give all the credit to Lauren Lando and the strength and conditioning staff, which they deserve it today. Marcus Freeman pointed that out in the post-game interview. But I want to say it was Marcus Freeman, Mike Denbrock, and the coaches that chose to go tempo all practice long. They packed a ton into these 5-minute quarters, 15 5-minute quarters each and every practice. They packed a ton into it. They were efficient. The most disappointing thing, 99 yards of penalties yesterday. We have to talk about that. But we have the schedule to clean all that up. We have the schedule to clean all of that up. But some of the stuff is like, come on, man. We're doing too much. Left. We did a great job of keeping Texas A&M in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what we did. We were working for them for the first 3 quarters.
Absolutely.
Then we actually started playing for ourselves. We were playing for Texas A&M the first 3 quarters. We like to entertain. You say this all the time, Left. We like to entertain and keep everybody locked in.
We're great hosts.
We're great hosts.
Great party.
We're great hosts.
We
want to keep everybody entertained. We don't want to blow you out like we know we can.
Like we know we can. We somehow like to we like to put it on cruise control at 50 and just slide down the highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want to press on the gas now.
Yeah.
We want to just keep that distance.
Yeah.
But it's 3 seconds between you and the car in front of you. That's what we like to keep.
Yeah.
We don't want to just take off where we get smaller and smaller in the window. We want to just keep that 3 feet distance, 3 second distance. Just enough so you have time to break, but not enough to bump me. That's how we do it. And it's aggravating because you see nothing but clear road. You're like, just take off. Just go. You try to hit the other lane to get around, and we won't let you get around. We just keep that distance. Close, but not close enough. So, yeah, I mean, we love to give that appearance. We ain't dominant yet. And I said that yesterday. We're not a dominant. We can be.
Yes.
But the way we playing, we're not going to be dominant that way.
Wait a minute. They're Left. They made mistakes and were still dominant on defense.
Oh, we already know. Defense is going. All we need to do is score more than 21.
Northern Illinois, you might not score. I'm just
you
saying.
might not score. Yeah, you might not
Might
score.
not
You might
score. I'm just saying. Unless Notre Dame turns the ball over and gives the ball to you in scoring position, Northern Illinois is going to have a very difficult time moving the ball. I watched them. I watched Miami, Ohio against Northwestern left. And Chuck Martin doesn't have the same team, bro.
No, he doesn't. He had a senior loaded team last year.
Yeah, that team is not the same. Another initial reaction left. Camp made a difference. Who they were in camp, it translated. It translated. We told you that Marcus Freeman was more confident in this team than he's ever been with the previous two teams. You saw it. Going for it, being aggressive, going for it multiple times on fourth down. Even though Riley Leonard got that first down. And when they come back and say the call stands on the field, I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing? But he had the balls to do it because he trusted his defense.
That's right. Oh, yeah, you can do a lot of stuff when you got a defense like that.
He trusted his defense. Once again, I've been telling you all summer long. Everybody's, oh my God, we're going up against their defensive line. Their defense is this, their defense is that. Their offense is trash. I told you their offense is trash. And once they lost the only playmaker they had in Reuben Owens, it was a wrap. That was it. That was it. I told you their offensive line was trash. In a flux. Told you that. You saw it. The fact that they had the audacity to even say or insinuate, however you want to take it, the fact they actually opened their mouths on Texas radio to say Connor Wegman was considerably better than Riley Leonard. I don't know what the heck. How in the world was he a 5-star coming out of high school, bro?
Probably came from Texas.
Because his arm is average.
Probably came from Texas.
Okay, his arm is average.
Yeah,
He's accurate than a mug.
Well, either you got it or you don't. And unfortunately, in the game of a quarterback, you'll know right away.
Man, we saw it immediately. I saw it the first quarter, like, oh no, he.
Yeah, don't take it's like having a good ear for music. Yeah. You just need that first couple seconds. Nah, skip this.
Yeah, immediately 10, 15 seconds in. Oh, that's a bop. This is a bop.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a chance because he's not gonna win it for him.
No. Nah. Noob Life, thank you for the super chat. Just because. Shout out to you, bro. Hossy 03, thank you for the super chat. Man, move, yeah. Mean mugging, Hossy. Move right now.
That's right.
Like it. Super chat. Eric O'Brien, thank you for tapping in. Wide receivers were barely used, but still looked different. Yes, they did.
They look different.
Yes, they looked different. They did.
Like we usually do, but they looked a little different.
Yeah, we'll get to that as well. Your thoughts on Marcus Freeman, Left? Did he look different to you as a coach? Are you feeling better about him as a coach in the third year? And even though you were frustrated, and once again, don't forget, players only, post-game, posting only and exclusively at patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network tomorrow evening. It will be up on Patreon/Lucky Lefty Network. People keep tapping in 2-3 at a time. Go right now, special $5. You get 4 different shows, $5 right now. We're adding shows. You need to go to patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network and subscribe today. The players only post game. Oscar McBride, Reggie Brooks, Malik ZAIRE, and a rotation of other former Notre Dame players will be giving it to you each and every week. Post game recap and previewing the upcoming opponent. Only exclusively at patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. All right, Left. Marcus Freeman. Go for it.
Oh, man. So I do love what Marcus Freeman looks like in his third year. A lot of it is because his confidence, like you said earlier, the confidence he has in the guys that he's putting on the field. He feels like he has a little bit more responsibility, and because these are his guys.
Mm-hmm.
These are guys he can directly say, I'm responsible in getting these guys here, getting these guys developed and prepared from beginning to end. He's got enough seniors he can rely on, the Riley Mills, the Xavier Watts, who made a great interception, guys that he knows that are young, the Jalen Sneeds that was flying around, that he can depend on. So when you got that senior leadership plus that youth that's up and coming, has that energy, that spark, he's going out there, like you said, he's trying stuff. Yeah, we're going for it on fourth. Don't even worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do that. Yeah, don't even, no second guessing. It wasn't the time where I saw his arms folded and he was like looking up at the, he look up at the scoreboard like it's going to give him an answer. He looking up at the scoreboard like it's the magic 8 ball. Like, man, I know it's going to shake something on this board and give me something. But he didn't do that. He walked around talking on the mic, communicating with guys, talking to guys on the sideline, being energetic, being the guy that we see in the offseason. I thought they were shooting a damn near commercial like like one of them remakes that they make, the type of energy he was bringing. So it was good to see him be that confident coach that can do the things that he probably wanted to do since he got there. And doing it in an environment like this, I mean, it was 110, 16 plus thousand people. Marcus Freeman leading the charge, coming out there like, yeah, I got my boys. You saw that video of him talking stuff? Yeah, I got my guys. But we fired up. Turn up. Turn up. He had in the way game. You would have thought it was home. That's how confident he was out the tunnel about what he said. Y'all don't even know what I've been working on. That's what it looked like. And it looked great. And the biggest thing is when it got tight and they made that play. That was a Marcus Freeman that said, I've prepared for this. I told you so. I told you that everything I was preparing for, what we was going to do, I told you so. That's the perfect way to encapsulate his growth from last year to this year. Last year, Ohio State, he not saying I told you so. Last year, Ohio State, he leaving 2 defensive players off of the field at consecutive plays to lose the game. This year, he's saying I told you so. Like we done seen the play before it happened. The last play of the game and the play from Ohio State where he said, we're going to practice that. To I told you so just shows how much of a jump he made from last year to this year. That's what you love to see.
My boy Roosevelt, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. Texas A&M are bottom feeders, but they're a better program than Florida right now. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth of the matter. They got a better head coach. They're probably going to beat Florida too. So, as the kids say, I know you are, but what am I? I mean, we pretty much the Spider-Man pointing back at each other. We beat bottom feeders. Let's move on. Hopefully, and you know what? I want to see y'all in that second round in the playoffs, Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see y'all in that second round. Bring it. Let's get to it. Everybody's scared of y'all. We've been smacking y'all over the last 10, 12 years.
Definitely not intimidated going into that game.
No, bring it. Love to see it. Lucky Lefty Podcast. We got one more super chat that's popped up. I got Ryan Loftus. Thanks for tapping in, Ryan. ND was in A&M's face all night chirping. Hey, man, that cat Bo Collins. If they had thrown that flag on him in that last drive, me and Bo were going to have a conversation.
That's right.
Like, I love him chirping, though. Because when was the last time we saw that from a Notre Dame wide receiver?
Yeah.
I love the chirping, but you don't have to touch him. Don't push him. I love the chirping, though.
That's right.
Trevor Rocket, thank you for tapping in. Sean Malik, job well done, lads. Thoughts on the O-line last night. Trial by fire for the left tackle, left guard, and right tackle. We'll dig in a little bit more in our second segment. We talk about the offense, but initially, Left, you were tweeting this like, we look young on the offensive line. Like this is what a young.
You can tell Texas A&M was like, let's just keep trying that on that left side. Let's just keep throwing stuff on that left side, see what happens. And I mean, they had some good calls, and they made our left guard and left tackle look a little young, but this is the learning experience. This is you better get them now, because when we get to November, you're not getting them. And hell, you need to get them in the first half, because by the second half we was running you over. So yeah, we was young where y'all could try some things, expose some things that they haven't seen. But hey, even in the same game, we got adjustments and we ready to respond. And so that is the benefit that you have to give the Notre Dame offensive line, regardless of age.
Mm-hmm.
There's something on that line, and the way they train and the way they work, and regardless of coach, we've proven it and done it with 3 different guys now. And I think it's like, that's how you know when, like the tight end position, it don't even matter what, we don't even know, who's a direct tight end coach now. I think a couple of years they may have went without a tight end coach, or a guy that was, doing it, sharing time over there. So yeah, I mean, once you can establish a room like that without a coach, or do it with multiple coaches and get the same result, don't worry. Don't go into the game worrying and questioning. That's some of that is just merit. It's just merit at this point. That, yeah, we may have a shaky start, but hell, I remember Blake Fisher and Joe Alt was on that left side in a tumultuous away game for the first time. Same type of situation. And look at them. They both playing on Sunday. So, yeah, the funny part is, at some point, it was going to have to be their first time.
It's got to be the first time. At some point.
They had to be a veteran, you have had to play it at some point.
Isn't it amazing how you have something in the refrigerator left that you shouldn't eat? It's not good for you.
Yeah.
But you keep it in the refrigerator.
Oh, but it's in there. Yeah,
it's in there. So eventually, guess what's going to happen? One late night when you get emotional, ticked off, a little hungry, you're going to talk yourself into it.
Yeah.
Right? So you might as well just go ahead and eat it and get it over with and not have to worry about it. And don't have to worry about it tormenting you.
Yeah.
And that's all. They just ripped the Band-Aid off. That's all. Charles, it was a wound, a nice scratch, losing Charles Jagasaw in fall camp. And Notre Dame just decided, you know what?
We'll just take something off the shelf that,
rip the Band-Aid off. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah.
I know the dates say it's a couple, but it's still good. We'll get away with it today.
Yeah.
It'll work for the dish. Don't worry about it. I know there's a couple lumps in there, but we smooth it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we don't have to go to the store and get a brand new one. That's the difference. Other people got to go to the store and get it. What Deion did? Deion had to go to Costco, get the great big size value packages.
Hey man, Costco has some great chocolate chip cookies, by the way.
They do.
Yeah.
But everything is in bulk. He had to go get in bulk.
Yeah. You
know how you get is 6 rolls or 4 rolls? He had to get the 12, 24, or 48 rolls. We just went in the cabinet and got the 1 or 2 rolls left. We still good.
Yeah.
That's like your grandma's kitchen. Yeah, you're hungry. You don't think you got something until you look in there.
Mm-hmm.
There's always gonna be something in there.
Yeah.
It's like you may not have what you think, but it's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, do we got that spice? Yeah, baby. Just look in the back of the cabinet. So we're more of a grandma's kitchen. We're not these new, fresh, modern marble kitchen islands. No. We grandma's kitchen. Just when you think you don't got something, no, it's in there. You just got to look in the back. It's in the back. A little old maybe, but it's in the back or in the freezer. Go check outside in that garage in that freezer.
Can we at least update the microwave and the refrigerator and the sink and stuff, dude? Can we still modernize it? It could be grandma's kitchen.
We did modernize it. We got a nice modern blender. Because guess what?
I need some shiny appliances to be used.
We did. We got the nice toaster. That was the right.
Yesterday I felt like we had the nice appliances, dude, but there was no food in the refrigerator.
Oh.
I opened the fridge and there was nothing in there. That's what I got from the passing game. Well, we're gonna get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Some nice appliances, but the production.
See, we didn't let the meat thaw. See, you know how your mama tell you to take the meat out before she get home. You didn't do that.
Man, that's you.
Now
She's telling you that for you. Because meanwhile, she's already grabbed her burger from Wendy's and some fries on the way home. That's your dinner. If you forget to take the food out, you're up the creek without a paddle, as they say. Hey, bro. I'm just telling you, man. That's the way it is. Lucky Lefty Podcast. Marcus Freeman, you guys, tell us in the chat. How are you feeling about Marcus Freeman? 1 game, 3rd season. We told you how confident he was moving in fall camp. Did it come through the TV screen for you? Let us know. Hit us up. If you have a super chat, we're going to get to it immediately. If you have a GTB question, make sure you hit GTB so we can get to it immediately. But Marcus Freeman, after the game, big win. This is what he had to say immediately after defeating the Texas A&M Aggies in Cal Field, 23-13.
It was a huge victory for our program over a really, really good football team. That is an impressive football team that's going to win a lot of games. I got a lot of respect for Coach Elko, and that's a good group we just faced, and we were able to beat. And it wasn't pretty. Our defense played lights out, turnovers. And our offense, you know what? We didn't turn the ball over. Yes, there's a lot of things we got to work on, but man, they did a great job of at least trying to move the chains. We're trying to win the battle of field position, and you know what? We didn't make a detrimental mistake, and really proud of that group. Both sides of the ball. It was good for James Rendell, our punter, to get his first game, and Mitch was big time, man. Mitch was. That was clutch, and there was a lot of thought going into that field goal, whether to, you know, go for it on 4th or kick the field goal, and ultimately we made the decision to kick it, and it was clutch. That sealed the game. So proud of this team, this coaching staff, the sports performance staff. Our team was prepared. They were ready. Like I said, there wasn't many guys that went down. I don't know if we had any guys cramping. I think we did one IV. I don't know. Like we had one guy who had to get some fluids, but I mean these guys were ready and prepared for a battle. I mean, that's what it was. It was a 4-quarter battle.
Marcus Freeman, all I have to say is you're really nice. You're a really nice man.
He's really nice.
You're a really nice man, you know, because I would have walked up in there like, man, you know, we ain't play well. That team is not, they're really not up to our standards, and we didn't even play well. We got to play better.
Yeah, I'm talking about us. I ain't talking. He embellished a little too much.
Yeah, he embellished. He tried to show respect to Mike Elko and his squad. You know, like
but Mike Elko knows where they was at. You know, I think this is not like you gotta soften the blow or let them down easy. They know where they was at. They was probably surprised they kept it that close. They probably using this as a moral victory. Guys, we just put this together. We got one of the best teams in the nation, and we only lost by 10 points. Marcus Freeman, on the other hand, yeah, they're going to win a lot of games. They don't even think they're going to win a lot of games. Come on.
What games? Please tell me the games they're going to win with that quarterback and the wide receiving core. Please, dude, they are literally what we watched last year at quarterback and wide receiver on offense. Last year for Notre Dame. That's Texas A&M.
Because this is what I don't like. You know, you starting off by saying this is a huge win for the program. No, it's not. It's not a huge win for the program. It's a good win for the start of the season with all things included. A good win with a bunch of new pieces to a good team that you've been building.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good win for the program. Hell, we've a good win for the program is Ohio State. That's when you bring out the embellishing and the, oh man, we put it together this week, but it could have went either way. You know, that's when you do that. Not for this team, because by week 5, you're gonna be like, I don't know if I would have said that. For them, for them, not for us. For us, you know, it's a different thing. That's why I think that you did a good job of giving them some respect because you know the guy. That's your boy, Mike. You know, Elko is your boy. But other than that, let's talk about what we didn't do and what we could do and what we were going to do if we did, you know.
Man, let me tell you something. Kudos to you, Marcus Freeman. You know, you talked your stuff to your squad. You kept it nice and civil in the post game. You're a better man than me.
Better man.
Much better man than me. because I definitely would have let it ride. I would have let it ride. That was so much disrespect. Naturally, college game day was just downright
Disrespectful.
just
Across the board.
downright
Across the board.
Like, what are you talking about, man? How many times do you have to say on the broadcast? They have a young offensive line. They have 2 freshmen starting on the left side. They only have 6 starts. Like, bro, you have 4 to 5 sheets full of information to fill time. That's you have nothing else to pull to add.
Yeah,
nothing.
They just praying for the downfall of our most consistent
That's
team.
all. That's all.
Because they know if the offensive line is gone for Notre Dame, then we just like everybody else.
Everybody else.
We're just a good team, like everybody else.
Lucky Lefty podcast. Don't forget, players only. Oscar McBride, Reggie Brooks, Malik ZAIRE, exclusively patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, posted Monday, every Monday over at the page. Don't miss it. It posts at 6:00 p.m. every Monday, exclusively patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. Once again, Reggie Brooks, Oscar McBride, Malik ZAIRE with a rotation of former Notre Dame players. The season recap, or the season preview, I'm sorry, was with Jerron Jones. Special guest filling in tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Players only, exclusively over on Patreon, Lucky Lefty Network. Now, Coach Freeman wasn't done, because that was just his overall thoughts of the game. He was real nice, tip of the cap to Texas A&M. All right, now what? What about that young offensive line? Specifically, your true freshman left tackle. What do you think about him after the game, Coach Freeman?
A specific plan for him. It was in certain situations where we use 7-man pro instead of just 5 and 6, yeah. But, our guys battle, right? Their D-line made some plays. They're really good, man. I said that after the game. I don't know if it'll probably be the best we see. But our guys battled, young guys that haven't been out there. And I was proud of, I saw one time Sam missed the block and his guy made the play and he was able to refocus and understand that was the last play, man. Let's refocus. We have confidence in you. Go out there and do it. And that was a great growing moment for this offensive line.
Left, I think that was the most impressive thing about both freshmen. They took it one play at a time, Left. I've seen freshmen like get frustrated, and never be able to recover in an environment like that. Despite the mistakes, both of those young men stayed on task and eventually locked in for that 4th quarter drive that sealed it. So kudos to those young men mentally being locked in and staying with the game plan for 4 quarters.
Yeah, absolutely. But you got to remember, they're a part of a group that knows how to weather the storm. It's easy to be young and making mistakes, and you look down the line and you be like, "Oh, that guy's got my back. That guy's good. He knows how to get through this. I can trust him." It's easy to play off of that. When you are a young old lineman in a terrible process, in a terrible development program, in a terrible consistency in a group,
yeah,
you feel a little bit more on an island. I'm sure that O-line was encouraging him, rallying him, keeping him up, keeping him moving on to the next play. So that's what happens when you are a part of something good. Like, it trickles down.
I think something else that needs to be pointed out, and we'll dig into it as soon as we get to the offense in a few minutes left. Incredible job. And you talked about this as we go to the recap of Malik's 3 keys. Malik's 3 keys are brought to you each and every Friday by ONORA Whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com, that premium American whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. Your first key to victory, Left, was special teams. Mitch Jeter, very nice. I'm going to need you to clean those extra points up, though. They're too close to the goal post.
Way too close.
A couple of times. That's too close for me, bro. Straight down the middle. Come on. It's a short kick. We don't need drama when it comes to extra points. But you did your thing. Consistency. We love to see that. Then the kickoffs. Man, you hitting the back line on the end zone, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, man, you cats keep them waving. Fair catch all year long. All year long. And then James Rendell, the new punter. Couple of shaky ones early. But man, he had a couple of punts that he placed inside the 20-yard line and pinned Texas A&M, made them go to full length of the field. He got better as the game went on. I'm sure he was nervous. Marcus Freeman talked about that in his comments as well, saying he loved seeing James Rendell get his first game under his belt. And he's going to get even better. The Texas A&M punter, by the way, was pretty impressive too.
Yeah,
that left foot of his is nice, because he got Texas A&M out of some situations where he flipped the field, or things could have gotten really bad for them early or in the middle of that game. But I definitely want to say that first key was special teams. You said it would be important in this game, and it definitely showed up, Left.
oh, absolutely. And and big games like this, it usually does, just because it's the great tension breaker or drive saver or game maker. And you need special teams to be that third phase when you have stalemates throughout the game of offense, defense.
Another super chat left. Let's get to it. Armand Galanosa. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for tapping in. Maybe this win gets indecisive recruits a stronger in the lean. Hello, Deuce. Look, the 31st was supposed to be a date, but I keep telling people, the longer this plays out, we know what it is. Everyone's saying Deuce has Auburn in the lead. I know he wore an Auburn towel during his game on Friday.
He was at Auburn this weekend, wasn't he?
He was at Auburn this weekend. Did he pull the trigger? Did he pull the trigger? Because they were trying to get him to pull the trigger. Did he do it? Hey, maybe it comes down tonight. All I'm saying is, the more he waits, the more Auburn is going to get infuriated and ticked off and make a mistake in this thing. I'm telling you, the more he makes them wait, Auburn is going to make a mistake and probably panic and move on. So we'll see. It doesn't make a difference whether he stays or go. It makes a difference because you don't want to lose him. Not a talent like that. But at this point, it's like, it's all good. It is what it is. Thank you for the super chat, Armand. But Left, the second key you had, I don't think this hit, but I think you found a possible go-to guy. You've been asking for that. You said we're gonna find out who the go-to guy in that wide receiver room is, and it might have shocked everyone who it ended up being.
Definitely might have
shocked everybody. But you said you wanted to see a wide receiver get 150 in this game because you thought there would be opportunities to get big plays. And Bo Collins definitely served notice throughout this game that he is probably the blanket, that comfort blanket for Riley Leonard.
He's the Kevin Austin with a little bit more receiver talent that I think we've not that we've missed it. We've had it before. We've had that type before. But it's a good compliment to a guy that can't really throw accurately that consistent. I mean, even the play he made, he threw the ball inside. Bo had to reach inside over the guy to catch it. So for a guy like Riley, hell yeah, Bo's going to get the ball a lot more. Because he don't got to be perfect. So that happens. Now, I think that's just because of what Riley's skill set allows him to be able to do consistently.
Yeah.
And when you got guys like Chris Mitchell and Jordan Greathouse, you got to be a little more intricate. And I think early on, you'll see more Bo, and then hopefully later you'll see a little more Faison and our smaller type receivers.
Nobody missed Jordan Faison yesterday, bro. I don't even think people knew he didn't come back into the game.
Yeah, people didn't know.
I saw the play when he got rolled up.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it, the catch. I saw the guy roll up on the back of his leg. I was just hoping it wasn't a knee, and it ended up being an ankle. Marcus Freeman talked about in his press conference. He said, yeah, he was good to go. Like, he could have come back into the game but we held them out.
Yeah,
you know why they held them out? Because we good. We good.
We good. We ain't even.
Last year they would be like, man, can you play?
Because we had a guy that was
fight through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Marcus Freeman being aware of what's going on offensively. He's uncomfortable. He's not going to be asking Rob, is he going? Is he not going? He's like, no, we good. I see what we got going on. I see what the strength of what Denbrock needs to do to win the game. We probably threw out some of the game plan stuff, but we found the formula. We found that we're gonna go that way. Jordan, you go ahead and chill. You can be on ice, be ready next week. But Jadarian and Love, it's time to get busy. Dealing McCullough, give him the iPad. Give him the iPad.
Yo, we're gonna talk about that coming up because we're about to talk offense. But what do you feel about Marcus Freeman and the Fighting Irish after one game? GTB and then your comment, because I want to post it on the feed and put it on the screen so we talk about it. Once again, GTB questions, comments, and also super chats. Put them out there because we're going to get to them immediately. Let's transition to the offense. And of course, front and center has to be one Riley Leonard. One Riley Leonard, who, by the way, his two toughest defenses that he's faced, he struggled the first three quarters in both games. Now, that's last year against the Fighting Irish, and that's this year, game 1 against Texas A&M. Now, it's a small sample size, Left. Small sample size. But I will admit, you were very prophetic in saying that he was going to struggle and how he would struggle in this game. But as you said earlier in the show, there were plenty of opportunities there for the taking in the pass game.
Yeah, tons. And
so,
I think,
go ahead.
Well, one, I think being prophetic like this should put that on my resume for why I should be GM in the future. Absolutely. So, keep that in mind. But also, the legend of Jack Cone grows. All I could think was,
here we go.
Man, Jack Cone's first game in a situation like this, that brother hit like 7 different receivers. Did he have like 400 yards?
Down in Florida State.
Oh, that brother Jack Cone. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you come out for any splitting time or something like that. That's how you see. That's what I was thinking about when I said, "Oh yeah, Jack Cone is the best transfer we've ever had at quarterback." But to speak towards Riley Leonard's first performance, yeah, we knew that 6 months is not, or what was it? 2 months. 2 months of practice. Only few can do that. Few. I'm talking about damn near is more likely nobody can do that than somebody pull that off and not look like Connor Wegman out there. But he did rely on what he was best at. When the times got tough, he got his feet rolling. When times got tough, he's throwing that one-on-one down the sideline, giving his guys a chance. I mean, I'm telling you, go look at his highlight tape on YouTube right now. Every big play he made yesterday, you can go on his YouTube, look at his last highlight tape before he got hurt. He did the same exact plays. When he get in trouble, he run around. When he can't run around, he gonna throw the go route down the field. His best route he throws under duress. And what did he do to win yesterday? Threw the ball under duress, one-on-one down the sideline. That's his play. That's him. You're not gonna look on his highlight tape and see him throwing digs over the middle or over routes or to Jordan. No, you're not gonna see that. So you got exactly what Riley Leonard is. He's a guy that can make plays, use his feet, good jolly old quarter. Everybody loves him. But he's gonna have times where you're gonna be like, damn, we gotta roll with it. You just gonna have to roll with it. That's just. I mean, you're gonna love him. That's what's gonna keep you locked in because you love how he is. You know, big Jesus guy.
Mm-hmm.
Big got the big letter C on his. You know, captain. Everybody thinks he's great. That's gonna keep you locked in. But there's gonna be times you're like, oh, get him out of here. You know. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that he did what he did, but also I'm not surprised that the game was as close as it was. I mean. There's got to be a fallout to it now. The fallout is you're not pulling away from teams like you should. It is going to be a little closer than comfortable until he gets obviously more reps and more practice. But this also goes back to my theory why if he has 2 months to prepare, you got to give him 99% of the reps. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about another quarterback. Give him every single rep. Every throw, everything. If that's who you're going to commit with, because you would have a better outcome. Now, I think if they did that strategy, he wouldn't look slow in the first 3 quarters. But you could just tell it was like, okay, some communication things. Okay, I'm trying to check this. Okay, it's loud. Okay, I may have forgot something. Or, you know what I mean? So it's a lot going on because the bullets are flying. But you only quell that when you're repping it so much is second nature. You know, some of that stuff just got to be second nature. Where Steve Angeli, just to make a point, didn't play the whole season. Gets in there after Sam Hartman in there making checks, all type of stuff Sam wasn't even doing in the game. And Angeli made it look easy because, I mean, he's just used to it. You know what I mean? He's just used to it. So until Riley gets more used to it, it's going to be a little tight. He's going to make some mistakes. You know, it's going to look a little hectic. But that's just the price we're paying. And hopefully that learning curve is filled with these teams that we're playing. And like I said, we're a 2 playoff team. We're going to win the first one. Then the second one, Riley Leonard got to go win. So that's just what our fate is set up for.
So you're basically saying with the first team we play, we're going to be better than. But that second team,
you're gonna have to be like, Riley, I need you to do we're gonna need more. We're just gonna need more. Because all included is gonna get you kept in the game.
Yeah.
Depth, star power, receiver, running game, O-line. We're gonna keep you in the game. But it's gonna be a couple plays where they're gonna be like, oh, he's too good. We need to say that about Riley Leonard at the end of the season. He's too good. That's too good. That's no matter what defense was running, that pass was too good. Because we said that about C.J. Stroud when he played Georgia. Some of them passes, as we said about Bryce when he played Georgia. Oh, that's just too good. Now, he had some 4-2 receivers and all that, but some of them balls he was playing, you can't practice that. That's just – so I think that's – more of what we're hoping to get from him later in the near future. But from a management standpoint, you know, and being in the moment, he didn't look like he was deer in the headlights. So that's a good thing for a guy in an environment like that. It helps when you know you got a killer O-line, a killer run game, a killer, killer tight end, a killer coach.
Man.
So you going in there a little chest bumped up. But for what we asked him to do, and that's just win the game, he won the game. Good job. Now it's just for real. It's honestly about a beauty pageant because now you're going on your beauty pageant run of blowing out of Northern Illinois, blowing out of Miami, blowing out of you know what I'm saying. So your numbers are going to be 3-4 times as good. Use that opportunity to eat it up, gain your confidence. You know, as you're getting ready for Louisville, but. Mm-hmm. This moving forward is a beauty pageant contest. You're slated to win every other game.
Yeah.
So make it the 50-point domination that people are expecting.
Riley Leonard talking about that defense.
Yeah, well, first of all, it says we got a great defense. They played great all night. But to be able to come out, we made it when it counts. All right, so the last drive, everybody had all the confidence in the world that we were going to be able to go down there and score. It was just a matter of when. And, finally by the fourth quarter, we kind of got things going, and that last drive meant a lot to us.
Right next to him. You ran the football yourself a couple times throughout tonight. How did you feel running the ball, rushing it yourself?
Yeah, I felt great. That's obviously one of my strengths. So I play the game, the way I play the game. I won't change that for anybody or anything or any injury. It can't stand in my way. So I was able to use it to my benefit tonight and get after it with the legs a little bit.
Oh man, Left. Do you think Riley Leonard finally realized, oh, this is different? Do you think he finally realized, oh, this Notre Dame quarterback thing it's a little bit different?
Yeah, you feel the weight because it's like, all right, you're put in situations where it's like, shit, you look around, you got the ball. It's big moments. I mean, because you realize that when you got the cameras following you all game, they in the locker room, you got to talk to every big time interviewer in the dark with the lights on you.
You got a special on College Game.
You got a special on College Game that you just got there. You just got there. They don't even know what you're going to do, but they just featuring you and highlighting you and saying you're going to do this. Then, hell, you get in there and it's 3rd and 6. It feels like 3rd and 15 because they're looking at you to make the play. And it's not like that's not everywhere else, but it's just a little different when, people know who you are more now than ever. Should you at Notre Dame? So everything means more, which is like, it goes back to like the expectation of don't lose the game to now you have to win the game. It's the biggest flip of a switch ever to determine if you got a good quarterback or not, honestly.
Yeah.
If you go from everything is perfect around you and you just don't have to throw a turnover and we'll win. That's Riley's position right now. He has a great defense. If you think about this, Georgia scored 50 points this weekend. Now, a great Notre Dame defense, even with that, is keeping them to like 35 maybe. We scored 20.
Who? Georgia didn't score 50.
Felt like it. It was put at 45-0 or something crazy.
No, not Georgia, dude. Georgia was like 30-3.
It felt a lot to it. Now, Riley Leonard is also falling into the trap of you don't got to score that much. The defense is going to – this is why I say we're a second-round playoff team. Through the regular season, the defense is throwing you alley-oops. It's like T-ball out there. They're like, look, you're not going to have to overcome too much. Just grow, get your game better. All we need is 21 to 26 points a game. In 2024, that's finger licking. Thank God we're a good team.
Yeah.
Now in the playoffs, even with a top 10 defense, they're gonna give up some points.
Yeah.
They're gonna push the threshold. You got to score about 35, 40, hell, 42. Can Riley do that? We scored 23 points in the first game. Let's say we played an offense that didn't have a Connor Wegman, a Tennessee, hell, Colorado, which is a team with an offense.
Yeah, because Nico looked pretty good for Tennessee. I know they didn't play anybody, but
a team with an offense. We ain't even talking. We played a team without an offense and was held to 13. If you told me that before the game, that's why I said we should win. It's like, okay, we can do that because we can score more than 13. A team with an offense that's going to score 28, and that's with a good defense. What's the max we can score? Because right now 23 is not good on a good day.
man, look, I tried to tell y'all Texas A&M had 0 on offense. I tried to tell you.
Yeah.
Tried to tell you. While you were so focused on their defensive line, I'm like, dude, that offense is trash. Trash. We gave them the points with penalties. We gave them at least 6 points off penalties. Minimum. Heck, the touchdown drive was helped by Howard Cross, personal foul, Jaden Mickey, pass interference in the end zone. Probably hold them to a field goal there. They probably score 9 points in the game. If Notre Dame just doesn't play, man, I don't want to call it undisciplined because I think they were, you know how you say in baseball, he was wild inside the strike zone. Notre Dame was wild inside the strike zone, right? Like they played a disciplined game, big picture, as far as having a game plan, expecting to be a fourth quarter game, being the most physical team, the most fundamental team in the fourth quarter, the closest team, the most in shape, and they didn't flinch. We said that on Friday's show. There will be a point in this game. Did we not, Left? There will be a point in this game where Notre Dame is going to be challenged. And if they don't flinch, they will win the game.
That's right.
That's it. It's going to come down to that. Whether second quarter, third quarter, there will be a moment where Texas A&M either seizes the lead or comes back to get back in the game. And Notre Dame is going to have to face that and not flinch. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't flinch. They absolutely didn't flinch. GTB questions. Hossy 03, after one game, do you think we will have a 1,000-yard receiver? I would say no because of the quarterback after one game, not because of the receivers. I think you have potential in the wide receiver room, players that can get 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
That passing game, though, it's one game, so I'm not about to like pass judgment. Like this is it, because the schedule is really soft, charming soft. Outside chance, maybe. After one game, I'll probably lean towards nah, probably not. How do you see it, Left?
About what? The
Notre Dame having a 1,000-yard receiver after watching that offense yesterday.
I mean, we'll get it because of who we playing through the regular season.
Okay.
So it would just it's more of a disappointment if we don't than it is can we get one. It's like we'll get one because we're playing Miami, Northern Illinois, Purdue, like teams that we should be rolling over, steamrolling. So yeah, I mean, how many did Bo have?
Bo has 6 receptions for 62.
That's just not enough.
6 for 62.
It's just not enough targets. I mean, it's just not enough targets, plain and simple.
Yeah.
So
he missed Bo on a back shoulder that was there. He missed Chris Mitchell. I mean, Chris Mitchell comes in, runs the 12-yard comeback, easy. Then he's wide open over the middle, and he's sitting down in the zone, wide open. Riley just skips rocks, just throws it into the ground. He missed another shot to, I think it was Mitchell Evans. He got chased out the pocket. Mitchell Evans has turned around and found space. As he's running to the right, he throws the ball out of bounds. All he had to do was just set himself on the, and just hit Mitchell Evans right there. He didn't take a couple of shots that he had because he felt like he was rushed. He had Jeremiah Love down by the goal line on the out route on the linebacker. Bad ball. Miscommunication with him and Faison. He threw to the outside. Faison was breaking inside, coming open, right? He missed a wide open Eli Raridan on the goal line. I don't know what he was looking at. The same play where he threw the bad ball with Jeremiah Love, man against the linebacker. Eli Raridan's in the end zone like this by himself.
Yeah.
By himself. So those are things that it's probably going to take some reps, time for him to get through the process. He had a problem processing yesterday. Am I wrong saying that, Left? It looked like it looked like he was just locking on to what he saw pre-snap. And if that wasn't there, he was pulling it down. I don't know if he really went through his progressions and hit somebody yesterday. I have to watch it again, but I didn't see any throws where he went through his progression and hit someone that was a third or fourth option.
He threw for 2,900 yards and 26 in a fully healthy season. I mean, in 2024.
That was 2 years ago.
No, I'm saying it's 2024 now.
Yeah, it's 20. Yeah, you're right.
The
You're right.
era of football and where football is today. I mean, Arizona receiver had 300 yards. His damn self.
Man.
So in a world of football that's like that, and you out here skipping rocks and throwing for under 3,000 yards, and the gap that exists, you have to acknowledge it. You're not going to get throws that you expect out of that.
This is the encouragement. He is definitely an upgrade at the quarterback position from a talent standpoint. If he made plays with his legs that were needed yesterday,
which is what we got him for.
Yes. So let's just be honest about that, ladies and gentlemen. We got him because of his ability when things are not going well to use his legs and make plays. He's a playmaker.
But in order to win the championship,
playoffs,
he's got to make those throws too.
Yes.
That's got to be the other part. That's what we're hoping for.
Yes.
We can win games with him running around and running people over, and if it's not there, tuck it and run, we can win with that because we got a good team. But when it's in the second round and they say that you cannot run, but if you can drop these couple of dimes,
yes,
you can have some success. That's what we need to see.
Absolutely.
So right now he's naturally gonna look better versus Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
He's gonna have some time. He might even look like, damn, okay, that's why I say he can get to 3,500 yards. He's gonna have all the time in the world to sit back there and really, cook and hit a couple 400, 300-yard games. Because we got all them talent that we didn't use yesterday. We only threw the ball to Chris Mitchell like twice.
He was open more than twice.
Okay, so then you throw the ball to Jordan Greyhouse, who was open more than twice. You threw him the ball maybe couple times. I mean, hell, none of the receivers' jerseys were dirty. So, I mean, they except Bo Collins. But other than that, so he'll be able to have time. The offensive line pass protection will get better.
Mm-hmm.
He'll sit back there and he'll develop, hopefully,
IGK, thank you for tapping in with the GTB question. Christian Gray got challenged early and came out on top in the end. Who was Indy's best player in the secondary? On yesterday?
Man, I just love seeing all of them be flying around.
Hey, man.
All flying around.
Please, as you host the Players Only podcast, as you host tomorrow, please ask if this might be the best secondary ever.
I mean, them boys was flying around.
Hey, bro.
It reminded me of an SEC defensive backfield.
Hey.
I'm talking about every play, you just see 29, you just see 20, you just see 0. Guys were making plays on the ball. Now, granted, their receiving core isn't up to standard. However, that's good because that's the part of the game where we show dominance, where we show there's a clear level to college football. Our unit versus your unit is a clear difference.
Left. Didn't I tell people that for weeks? Didn't I tell people they can't do anything against our secondary, ladies and gentlemen? I said that for weeks, trying to calm you down. Like, dude, they can't get any separation.
But that's where you saw a difference, though. That's what I'm saying. A clear, distinct difference between units. The DB unit was clearly and distinctly better than what the unit on the other side of who we was playing was.
Mm.
That's a determining factor of dominance. I couldn't decide who was better between Riley and Connor. Riley was just on the better team.
Hey, no. I can't let you slide with that. No, stop. Nah, I'm not gonna let Riley Leonard was decidedly better than Connor Webb.
Riley played better, but I'm saying
no. Forget the play. I'm just watching them as athletes.
Riley Leonard is a better player than Connor Webb.
It's not even close. It's not even close. Everybody at Tex-Ags Radio, you can kick rocks. I don't know that crap y'all was talking about. Connor Wegman decidedly being better than Riley Leonard. Man, stop.
Man, they said on the pregame. They said on
Man,
the pregame, they said Connor Wegman was a top
first round pick.
Yeah. Well, I about fell out. I was like, oh my God.
You know what? I'm in a disrespectful mood today, love. So I'm just gonna go out there and just be super disrespectful. Connor Wegman wouldn't beat Kenny Minchie or CJ Carr out.
No, not at all.
Both of them would start over Connor Wegman. Man, that dude is suspect. I told you his big games were against New Mexico and some other directional school. He threw 2 picks against Miami last year. He played terrible in the first half against Auburn before he got injured. I told you what was coming. I said he was going to turn the ball over a couple of times. Ladies and gentlemen, the proof was right there in front of you. The proof was right there in front of you. And you got anxiety because Vegas went from Notre Dame being favored in the spring to all of a sudden Notre Dame, because of the loss of a player that's played one game in his life, one game, all of a sudden Notre Dame is a 3-point dog. Okay. All right. Vegas made out like a bandit last night. They made out like a bandit. And of course, that's what Vegas does. They reel you in. I tried to warn our bettors out there. I said, don't get caught up in it. Vegas is trying to reel you in. They're trying to reel you in. Play the under and play Notre Dame the money line. You would have hit.
You would have hit.
You would have hit, because I didn't expect, I'm going to be honest, I didn't expect Texas A&M to score as many points as they did.
Really?
No, I didn't. I was playing it safe with my prediction, right? Because I said they were going to win by double digits, and I felt like Notre Dame could get to 30. I felt like they were going to have the opportunity to get to 30.
32. I thought we would get to 30.
And they did. They had the opportunity to get to 30.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen.
Yeah, but I definitely thought we was 34 points.
Yeah, I thought they had a chance to get to 30. Another missed opportunity early in the game, Jeremiah Love, who, in my opinion, danced a little bit too much early.
Oh,
Instead
yeah.
of just hitting, he danced.
He was trying to be too dynamic. Nah,
Yeah.
This game, you got to just hit it downhill first.
No, hit it down, especially early in the game. He had a couple of opportunities. They hit him on the swing pass. You got to make that man miss. You one-on-one in the flats with that dude. You make him miss, you off to the races.
You got to make him miss.
You got to make him miss. Jaden Greathouse. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the drive in the fourth quarter. And I wasn't sure. I wanted to make sure. So I had to look at it from the direction of film. I believe it ended up being 3rd and like 20 because of a Sam Pendleton holding penalty. They were backed up, ended up being 3rd and 20. They bring the motion. They throw the screen to Greathouse. Jaden Greathouse, if you just stay outside, you're gone down the sidelines. You run back to the pursuit. Left, go watch the play. Ladies and gentlemen, go watch the play. If Jaden Greathouse, this is how great of a call and execution. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, that's another thing I pointed. Remember I said after the first 2 practices, I've never seen Notre Dame run the screen game as efficiently as they've been running it. I've never seen a Notre Dame offense run screen the way we've been begging for the screen game. Begging for the screen game. John Massey, you saw it too. This is 3rd and 20. If Jaden Greathouse just stays to the outside, because the outside receiver had his man blocked, there was nobody else to the outside, he's gone. He probably doesn't score. First down, they continue to drive. He breaks back inside, and the pursuit from the other side of the field catches up to him, and he's like 7 yards short of the first down. The blocking was fantastic on that play.
As a play caller, I love screens, and screens work well when you have a quarterback that can run the football. So, you're worried about keeping the integrity of the box because the quarterback being that extra offensive player makes it hard to kind of keep the what you want to do from an integrity standpoint from a shell, like 2 safeties, 1 safety. So when you got the screen game and you have a quarterback that can run the football himself, you're going to have some successful plays when you go to him. And we ran more than I probably would have wanted to call, but I think they called more because they couldn't trust getting downfield vertically. So that's something to pay attention to later, but it also is a good compliment when teams are going loaded box, man down. We can do some screen stuff to potentially crease and make big plays.
I think they should have gone a little bit jet sweep a couple more times too.
Yeah, I think just because you got to get more guys touches.
It was so aggressive coming off the edge, bro.
Yeah, we didn't have enough. I don't think we had enough touches to playmakers that we're going to count on, like Chris Mitchell, Jordan, Jaden Greathouse, Jadarian, and Jeremiah Love end up having the touches they needed late because we figured out, well, we're just going to go to that. Mm-hmm. But in the first half, getting more guys involved and less Riley doing everything on his own, I think helps Riley's second half become a little more comfortable and make plays. So if we just going like, Riley, you distribute the ball, you be the lead of why we're doing everything, I just don't think that's good for a guy that's just getting there. Like you said, jet sweep, screen hell, run the ball. Mm-hmm. Make sure everybody that you depend on touches the ball at least twice. That should be the goal. In the first half.
You're right. Go ahead, Lef. I'm sorry.
No, just in the first half.
Yeah. I got Corey Dean said, I put 1,000 on Notre Dame's money line, so I'm happy. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir, Corey. Smart man. Smart man. You're a smart man.
Listening to the Lucky Lefty podcast.
Hey, I don't know how. Hey, smart man. Oh, just ND one gal. You're right. One ND gal. Just one ND gal. I'm sorry. Thanks for tapping in. That Bo had a screen where he should have gotten more yards if he had gone outside instead of inside. I mean, inside instead of outside. I think he ended up being like 2-3 yards short of the first down. That's a good call. That's yes on that play. So the screen game, man, the timing of it is there. It was there during the fall camp. And it was there all day yesterday because they had Texas A&M was bringing that safety down late a lot to crash the running game and to have an extra guy in the box just in case Riley Leonard pulled the ball. They had their safeties coming down late a lot.
Yeah, because they're like, man, we know this man want to take off and run.
And so, Notre Dame should have definitely screened passes to the wide receivers in the flat. Use that some more because I think teams are going to continue to do that. They're going to see what Texas A&M did and had success with. They're definitely going to try to apply it themselves with less talent on the defensive line, so it might not work for them. But yeah. Lucky Lefty podcast, man. Riley Leonard has something else to say, Lef. Oh, let me get through the rest of these GTBs. But yeah, Christian Gray was challenged. I like the way he stepped up. Indy's best player in the secondary yesterday would have to be a Don Shooter. And we're going to hear from him a little bit.
Yeah, I looked at him yesterday.
Hey.
He looks the part.
Man. And, he played fast.
Yeah.
You say this all the time, Lef, as a coach. You like, dude, play fast. If you make mistakes, we can talk to you about that.
Yeah.
We can help you correct that. But play fast. That's what he did. He wasn't timid. He saw it. He went. We want him to be able to settle down a little bit, come to balance, make the tackles, and don't allow run after the catch. We saw that a couple of times. It led to some more points on some drives and conversions. That's cool. He'll get that. With more reps, that will become part of his game. But, man, having the safety position upgraded next to Xavier Watts makes Xavier Watts better. His game is so anticipatory, as you saw in his interception, that if he knows he has another dominant safety or another really good safety next to him with range, watch out. Watch out. It might be possible that Xavier Watts eclipses what he did last season. Don't just look at the interceptions. I'm just talking about overall play and playmaking. He might actually eclipse what he was able to do last.
If he does, then he's better than Kyle Hamilton.
Here we go, Lef. I'm not going down.
Kyle Hamilton never won the Defensive Player of the Year award.
I'm not hopping in that Uber with you, bro.
What's better than a Defensive Player of the Year award? If he's better than that.
Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
was just saying.
D-Month, Mr. Food Lover. I'm done buying used cars. The quarterbacks. We got too many. We got 2 new cars in the garage, and I'm ready for us to drive sports cars and Kenny and a luxury in CJ.
Well, I mean, hopefully this experiment proves that if we don't got a Jack Cohen, then leave it alone.
Well, man, the love you have for Jack Cohn.
Has Jack Cohn not been the best transfer quarterback we've ever had? Come on, let's just keep it honest.
No, that's factual.
Next first game was 400 something yards. Last game, 500 something yards.
I'm not refuting that. I'm not refuting that.
That's how you come in on a transfer, and he was the backup, and he was splitting time. Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody doing better. So if you're not doing better than that, you another guy on the team. He did it when the line was really something to worry about. Because we had Tim Quinn or something like that. So we had terrible old line.
Jeff Quinn. Boy, you being disrespectful.
I'm saying, no, we have to give the legacy of Jack Groves every time we do this transfer experiment. I will stop talking about Jack Cohn until we get a better transfer.
Left.
Jack Cohn did it with no line, transition team, no receivers, quote unquote, just Michael Mayer and Kyron Williams. And Jack Cohn won 11 games and threw for 500 in the last one. What are we talking about? That's the legend.
Legend left. We calling him a legend now.
Yes. After
left, we calling him a legend now.
Okay.
Now you're giving this dude a
you know why he's a
statue
legend?
now. We're giving him a mythical statue.
No, he's not a statue.
Okay.
But people should treat Brady Quinn great. They should treat Jack Cohn just the same.
Don't do that. No. Don't use those two in the name.
Wait a minute. Hold on now. Think about it. Jack Cohn wasn't the top. Jack Cohn wasn't the top transfer.
Left. Let me ask you a question. Has Jack Cohn ever had a game?
Jack Cohn broke his finger.
No. Okay, that's memorable.
He broke his finger.
And came right back
place and threw a touchdown.
Yes.
I don't care what Riley goes through. He ain't never did that. How about that? Sam Hartman runs out of bounds on 4th and 1. Jack Cohn breaks his finger, pops it back into place, same drive, and throw a touchdown. You can't get better than that, Jack Cohn. You can't get better than that. So if we ain't got nothing like that, we might as well talk about running backs. We might as well talk about the line.
Oh, man. Boy, you and Jack Cohn, man. I'm going to hit that dude like, hey, Malik has your back, bro. Until someone eclipses your production, you
Jack
will
Cohn
forever
had
be
Notre
known.
Dame's back in 20. What? He had Notre Dame's back. We just had Tyler Buckner. Without Jack Cohn, Brian Kelly probably don't even get $100 million.
Shout out to Tyler Buckner for making the road squad too, for getting on the bus.
I don't like that.
Squad.
I
didn't mean to open up this can of worms. Man, let that man live, man.
Oh, Notre Dame need to let the man live. Let him go. Why put him on the field like that?
He didn't get on the field. He was on the sideline.
Oh, they put him on the camera. He was on the camera.
Left.
I'm just saying, man.
Man, I'm gonna pray for you that this bitterness, boy, leaves you, bro.
It's not bitterness. We see, Tyler Buckner is not taking the road my dog Drew Pine taking. Drew Pine said, I'm still trying to play for teams that's trying to win. He got in the game. Drew Pine trying to play. I respect Drew Pine because he said, I'm not ending my career like this. I'm going out playing. He ain't been to 4 different schools now? Man, shout out Drew Pine, man. He ain't giving up.
Yeah, you're right. Cone got benched, and then this is the crazy thing. Like John Massey said, I don't even know why I'm about to say this because I'm about to add to this dude's fire right now. You're right. He got benched and came back in the game and led the comeback.
He came back in the game. Yeah, okay. So who's doing that?
I don't know why you just mentioned that. Oh man. And the legend of Jack Cohn grows.
It's serious. And it's only, you know why it's only growing? Because we keep doing this stuff that we doing. paying a bunch of guys a bunch of money to do what? Paying a bunch. We didn't even pay Jack. We gave Jack like, oh yeah, you can come on if you want to, I guess. I mean, we're transitioning.
They gave Jack a hat
they
and
made Jack
t-shirt
stay in
from
the dorm.
Hams.
No. They made Jack stay in the dorm. They said we ain't even got the money allocated yet for
They
your
gave him-
scholarship.
They gave him a mug from Ham's bookstore.
Yeah. He was living in Siegfried. He ain't had no offshore account and no off-campus apartment. Riley Leonard don't even know what campus look like. He living too good. That's the thing. Jack lived like a guy that had to earn it. That's what it is. Jack had to earn it. He earned it.
Oh my Lord, man. You guys are the best. But this dude that I host with is absolutely amazing, bro. He goes so hard for his program.
No, they go hard. I just tell the truth. I tell the truth. Because I'm tired of the gas. We gassed. Think about this. We gassed a transfer so hard that the team he left was more upset about that than about him losing the game. Think about that. Wake Forest talked more about what we showed Sam Hartman of love. They said, this ain't your guy. This ain't your dude. This our guy. We made Sam. They didn't even talk about the loss. They was talking about how we treated Sam like we raised him.
Oh man.
So it's like that's why Jack Cone legend grows. Because we do stuff like that. We gonna put a C on a guy's chest who just got here. Who do that? Jack Cone should have been the captain at the end of the season. Facts. Earned it. Facts. I don't even think we recruited. I don't even think we recruited Jack. Jack called up the school, was like, hey, I'm just trying not to be a backup this year. Y'all got something. And Tommy was like, hell yeah, we ain't transition. Anybody can come over.
Hey man, another GTB question, man. Which linebacker impressed you the most, Left?
I liked how Jalen Steve flew around.
I agree. I agree.
He may not have played the best.
Man.
I just like that, man. When it was sideline 3 was over there.
Bro, that pursuit play where he caught the ball carrier from behind.
Yeah, he was moving. So I like that because it looked different than last year. That's all. I'm not saying it's better or worse. It just looks different.
A word that most people should really apply. We talked about the patience that Mike Denbrock showed offensively. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to it. You saw the manifestation of Marcus Freeman's patience with the young talent he knew he had for multiple years. He didn't rush it. He was tempted to. Notre Dame fans were begging him to, but he didn't rush it. And it paid dividends big time down at Cal Field last night. John Massey, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate you for tapping in. Coach equals bench versus Cincy, VTech, Wisconsin. Stop left. Yeah, I think he came back and man,
exactly.
John Massey.
Exactly. Yeah, don't even.
Yeah, other than Cincy, he came back and led the comeback against VTech, and then he led that last touchdown drive against Wisconsin. John, we're making it worse. Let's just leave Left alone.
You're making it worse. Yeah. You're making it worse.
Leave Left alone. We're making it worse.
Yeah, because you're making the case. You're making the case. That's what I'm talking about. You're making the case.
Adrian Hooks, super sticker. We appreciate you, Adrian. Thank you for tapping in. Another one. Malik got packed back because he knows what kind of foolishness he had to go through with Kelly.
Well, who's packed? Who's packed? No, I mean, it's just like, man, I think when guys earn it, they earn it. You know what I mean? You can fluff a guy all you want, but when you fluff them too much and they don't perform, you feel away. You know.
Man, look, all I know, that was Pine that threw that touchdown pass. You're right. So the B Tech was the only one. Thank you, John Massey. He's still thrown for the most yards of any transfer quarterback in Notre Dame history, though. You can talk about the benching. That makes it even worse. He was benched and still threw for 3,500 yards. Like you said, he played the majority of that Fiesta Bowl.
He played. I'm telling you, this man played.
Yeah. We're done. We're done. Because I'm putting that fire out.
We done. Yeah, we gotta put it out.
I'm putting that fire out.
It'll come up again.
Way, yeah. Either way, it's gonna make Jack Cone look better. It doesn't matter. Even when you try to hate on him.
You can't hate on Jack Cone. You can't hate on Jack Cone. He's about his legacy.
Coleman Smith, did everyone see Drake pop that? Oh, yeah, Drake Bowman did. Drake Bowman did stand my man up in the hole.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. And look, what you saw was inconsistent moments from those young linebackers, and we'll talk about it coming up. But let me play this last clip of Riley Leonard talking about the cat and mouse game between him and Mike Elko on yesterday, Left. Listen to this. This should be pretty interesting, and then you can get right to it, Left.
Game within the game when playing him. Obviously, the third down packages are always big, and he got me a few times with the protections. Like, he drew up some really good stuff, so I'll have to go back and watch it. But, yeah, there's just, like, that game within the game and the targeting penalty in early in the game. And it's like, it's funny. It's funny because we're obviously playing Notre Dame versus A&M, but there's obviously a rivalry there, so to speak, with me and Coach, and it's all love at the end of the day, but we're both very competitive.
Marcus talked about how nobody made a detrimental mistake, so it's interesting how your mentality is like you want to play to win, but you also want to not take yourself out of it. Like, how do you balance those two things?
I think when you have a good defense, you don't have to put the ball in jeopardy. You don't have to play risky. At the same time, you want to score. It's a tough game to play. A lot of the game, I do feel like we weren't as aggressive, and there weren't any huge mistakes, but shoot, there were a lot of mistakes, and a lot of them by me that I got to fix. But at the end of the day, we'll get that cleaned up in film and be just fine.
There you go, Left.
Obviously, there's some things to clean up. First game of the season. The whole cat and mouse thing is cool, I think he'll just grow as the season goes, man. It's good to see him have a understanding of the game between the game. So he's paying attention to that and always striving to stay cerebral when he's out there. But still, at the end, you got to make plays. So that has nothing to do with hitting open guys, and that's what you need to focus on, hit open guys, and we'll have a good season.
Yeah, he had multiple wide open guys. We counted 5 opportunities for him to hit passes that he just wasn't able to make. And I won't hold him. The Devin Ford thing is something a lot of people pointed out. I'm not going to even, he was under duress, spun around, escaped the sack.
Oh, you're talking about he missed that easy, right? It happens. Y'all try to do that and see how hard it is.
Bro, I'm not throwing shade at him for that. That's why I didn't even bring it up. I brought
it's just like he's one of those dudes that it's like when he does something like that, it's memorable. You just remember it. It's like those dudes that you be like, I made the same mistake, but yours was I just remember that one.
Yeah, because it definitely, if he hits Devin Ford, he's going.
It's an easy touchdown.
It's an easy touchdown. And it would have been one of those plays but see, this is the thing. This is the gift and the curse of that, Left. That's why you went and got him.
Yeah.
You went and got him to make those type of plays.
Yeah, off-schedule plays. Yeah.
Those are the types of plays that's supposed to leave us like, did you see that? Oh, my God, Riley Leonard. And he didn't make it.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you went to get him.
That's why we paid him the money.
Well, I won't even bring up the money. That's why you went to get him in the portal. That's why you approached him, right? So I think that's why fans are like pointing it out because, that's your strength.
That's your strength.
Being a quarterback in the pocket, going through progressions, that's not your strength.
Almost. We don't even want to see that from you.
Yeah, this right here,
you got to hit that.
Taking a sack, spinning out, running, that would have been, Yep,
that's why we got him. That's why we got him. That's it right there.
Yes. So I understand why people continue to bring up that play and him not being able to connect with Devin Ford. But at the same time, like you said, Love, try and do it at game speed in that environment. It's not as easy. It's not as easy as you think. John Massey, I don't even know if I should bring this up. Sean, let's test Left's indie lawyering skills for his new position as defense attorney of the program. Matt Salerno or Terrell Owens? DJ Brown or Ed Reed? Hey, I guarantee you he finds a way to argue for Matt Salerno and DJ Brown. He's going to find a way. Give him a second. Give him a second. He's going to ask for a quick recess. That's what he's going to ask for. Give me a quick recess in about 15 minutes, and I'll be right back.
I'll probably have something for that.
I know you would. You love your school, bro.
No, I'm a great talent evaluator, and I think that when talent is there and it's not being displayed the right way, you gotta be spoken on, man. If guys are better, they better. You can't just be acting like, I don't know.
Man, Lucky Lefty podcast. When we come back, we'll talk defense, give our game balls out, and then finish the show, man. Lucky Lefty podcast. You already know. We spin it different.
What's up, family? The merch shop is finally here. Lucky Lefty Network merch shop. We got it all. From the shirts to the hoodies to the hats to the nitty gritties. Come here right now. Shop with us. Come get the swag, because if anything else, we spin it different. You see the gritty. You see how we get down. It's elite.
It's only up from here. Let's get busy.
Lucky Lefty podcast. The Nora boys in the building. Sean Davis, MALIK'S, ZAIRE. Brought to you by ONORA Whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. That premium American whiskey, ONORAWhiskey.com. And if you're going to drink, you better make sure that you do it
responsibly.
Got to do it responsibly. Audio edibles each and every day. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Don't forget patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, the official home of the Players Only podcast. We're forming Notre Dame players each and every week as they recap the wins and preview the next win exclusively over at patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network. And then TikTok, Instagram, X at Lucky Lefty Pod, and then Lucky Lefty Podcast on YouTube. Go follow right now. Lucky Lefty Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up. It helps with the views, of course. We greatly appreciate you, and because we appreciate you, we respond to all comments and questions, so go ahead and leave one. Home of the Misguided Passion, Lucky Lefty Podcast. Committed to making sure that we spin it
different.
Yep. I got Eric Spadell. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, fantastic holiday weekend, and safety to everyone out there as you spend time with your families and loved ones. My boys, what up, LL Nation, on this first of many victory Sundays. I'm just glad we got the win, and we'll improve every week. Go Irish. Yes, sir. No doubt. I feel the same way, Eric. Feel the exact same way. All right, Left. Defense. Your overall thoughts about the defense and what you saw. Dominant. They gave up 13 points. I didn't expect Texas A&M. I just didn't. I never had respect for their offense, bro. Never had respect for Connor Wegman. This 5-star first-round pick. I don't know what everybody was looking at. That's why you can't trust these people out here on TV. It's like, dude, there's somebody in the back room is telling them what to say, because there's no way they believe that. None at all.
Yeah, and it just shows that they had what they had to do to gas up a matchup that was so uneven. And I think if you looked at it, the defense was dialed in. I think when you have all 11 on defense, succinct, and in the way that they played, it made it look like it was 12 guys on the field. And the quarterback never got comfortable. Al Gold, I even mentioned it. They blitzed with Ryan Clark's son from the safety position. I said that year 3
Jordan Clark.
Yeah, that year 3 safety blitz looks a lot different than year 1. Year 3, we get the sack. Year 1, we give up a touchdown. So it just shows what a year 3 foundational defense is building on. And it's at this point, you're going to have to do a lot of studying, and you got to be a really elite to manage and to score points against this defense. So we're locked in on all cylinders. And when you have such a great secondary, that front seven is only going to get better. They're going to grow, and they know they got a safety net to take more chances. And guys like Jalen Snead is going to light up the field when he has Xavier Watson, Benjamin Morrison, and Jordan Clark and Christian Gray backing him up. Don Schuler, man. I mean, everybody. You saw where we were special, and you saw where we could grow, and you also saw where we're dominant. And I think when we put all that together, it's only going to get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, I really believe, as I said before, that defensive front is the anchor of this team. I saw depth. I saw 8 to 9 bodies rolling in, playing full series, not being snatched out when there was a couple of plays and Texas A&M got momentum. They gave the opportunity to the other guys outside of Riley, Mills, and also Howard Cross to go ahead and finish the job, which instills confidence. Love seeing that. I thought Donovan Hinish had a really good game. Jason Onye, I need to see him finish. He's like always there, but he's just not finishing. I want to see him step up and start to finish, right? But the depth on the inside, absolutely phenomenal. I have one request left.
Yeah.
I don't know what the call is. I don't know. Jack Kaiser, man, stop running smack dab into the center.
Oh, that's what he does, though.
Just, I don't know if that's the call. I don't know if that's his job to take up the center. Let's try to be a little bit more effective in the way we do it. That's all. Because they gassed us on a run because of that blitz. Like, they weren't good, and we just gave them opportunities, man. It was almost like Colin Klein's Tecmo Bowl moment. You know how you guess somebody's play or you call the right play and you have all the time in the world and you wait and sit back, or old school, you run all the way back to the 1 yard line and then just hit up and keep hitting up and throw the deep pass all the way to the other goal line and score.
Yep.
That is kind of like the two blitzes in the fourth quarter on that touchdown drive for Texas A&M that Colin Klein called 2 perfect plays against a blitz from Al Gold.
Right. You got to get lucky. So
yeah.
2 plays out of the whole game, okay, we'll take those odds. But you can't have success all game, which is the difference. And I think that's where we've grown to where those plays used to cost us. Now they're plays that you have to get lucky to get, which is that's the natural progression.
Yeah, I see the comments like, yeah, he's been doing what we've seen. I guess it is I guess Al Golden is the common denominator. I would hope that's not what they're. I don't know. If that's the call, that's the call. If that's your responsibility, that's your responsibility. Just try to be more effective in doing it.
That's right.
That's all. Just be more effective in doing it, because you left, they pulled the backside guard and I think it was the backside tackle actually, and you left Drake hanging. That's 1-on-1 with nobody else. And Moss is out the back door. They did stop the backup running back though yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, shout out to Emmitt Smith, EJ Smith, transferring for Stanford down there. You had to get another loss from Notre Dame. Sorry. Lucky Lefty podcast. But the linebackers left. Most impressive linebacker was the last GTB question. And I'm going to say the most impressive linebacker to me, you said Jalen Snead. I think all of them had flashes, honestly.
Yeah.
Drake flashed. Jaden Alsbury flashed and made plays. KVA was out there running around. I keep telling people, man, people are ready to anoint KVA is going to be the starting linebacker in another week. Like, based upon what?
Yeah, I mean, right now our front seven is all about rotation and production by community.
Yeah, like, man, relax.
The star will pop out when he pops up.
Yeah.
Good enough defensively where we don't, the defense as a whole is a star.
Yeah, it's like, what, is Drake Bowen like about to get worse? He's going to get better. He's going to get smarter. I told you, dude, when he sees it, him and Jaden Alsbury, when they see it, they're instinctive as HE double hockey stick, bro. I said they're the most instinctive linebackers in the group. When they see it, bam. That's why he stuck that dude in the hole. He saw it, field, stood him up. Great play down by the goal line by Drake. He scrapes down. Instead of scraping down the goal, he goes around. Second level, comes up, makes the stop when they went with the quarterback run with Connor Wegg. I don't know why they did that. Especially as injury prone as he is. Look, they all look good, but I'm with Left. Jalen Sneed was definitely the one that stood out. Like, dude, what you heard about how athletic he is, yeah. Now, KVA to me was more noticeable when they brought him off the edge, rushing the passer.
And that's what you put him in that position for, just getting there.
Just play. Yeah, just go play. Just go play. Don't have to think. Just play. Line up, get after the quarterback. I love that. They did that with Jalen Sneed. They did that with KVA. Drake came off the edge on a blitz a couple of times. Yo, they are truly activating these young linebackers and their speed to go make plays. And I absolutely love it, love. I love it.
But you can see that energy from Max Bullock.
Mm-hmm.
You can see how that carries over to that linebacker unit. They fly around. They may not all be perfect, but they're put in position to do what they do best. That's get after the quarterback, make plays.
Mm-hmm. Lucky Lefty podcast. So I think you'll see teams once again. I think whether it was a Don Shula a couple of times, teams are going to try and attack the linebackers in coverage. They're going to try to attack them. They'll get better at that as well. Don Shula, one-on-one with the with the running back. Le'Veon Moss doing the dum-dum. 3rd and 9. He steps out of bounds. He has the ball. All he has to do is reach the ball across the first down yard marker. They keep the drive. He played the dum-dum and ran out of bounds. That's on him.
It's on him.
That's on him. But that was a Don Shula once again in coverage. That's something he has to tidy up and just kind of tighten the screws. Determine the leverage you're going to play. If you're playing inside leverage, that lets you break on the outside. Like, determine. You see that guy coming out the backfield, you man to man, you say, yo, I'm going to give this up. So I'm going to leverage you, keep you from going inside, and then break. Make the tackle, right? Because you don't want to try to play both ways. And he got caught both times trying to play both ways with Le'Veon Moss coming out the backfield. No, force him to make a decision and then use your athleticism to go and make a play.
That's right.
MVP, Don Shula, he met with the media after the game, and this is what he had to say about his game and how he's feeling, man.
Amazing. It felt good. I just trusted the coaches and the preparation and, God. So.
All the way sharp to the left.
What's it like to play in such an elite secondary with so many playmakers, so many ball hawks?
It's amazing. It's a blessing. They push me every day. It's kind of cool not to kind of be the face. So, just kind of making a name for myself is kind of my goal, with them.
Right here to your left as well.
I think the last 3 defensive series, you guys forced a turnover on downs, end of the game, and then forced a punt, all obviously in the fourth quarter maybe. How much does this defense want that to be the mentality that when the game's on the line, you're going to go shut it down?
Yeah, that's our mindset. Going into last year, coaches say that's us, and we had to bring that to this season as well, and that's what we're trying to do.
Camera right in the middle, gray shirt.
Don, how much of a tone setter is this game, not just for defense, but you feel like for the whole team?
A huge tone setter. It's no other place to play, but here and kind of the hype is kind of what we wanted, and we handle business.
That young man said, "I'm just trying to make my name." Ben Morrison's already a name. Christian Gray is going to be a name. Xavier Watts is already a name. Hey, I'm just back here trying to make my own name. I love it. I love it. I'm telling you, man. On the players only, they might get offended.
But this is exactly why a guy like Justin Scott said, "I want to go where I can do the same thing." I don't want to go there and be the face, and I just got there.
Shout out to Justin Scott with the 2 tackles yesterday. I see you. Shout out to Carnell Tate with the touchdown yesterday.
But this is where we change the narrative. Because a guy like Adal Schuler, who came in, they didn't press him to play. He was able to play when his opportunity came, and he feels like he can develop and chase the rabbit. There's a rabbit to chase in the DB room. You got defensive player of the year, first round, top corner, up and coming. I mean, there's things to chase. When you don't have nothing to chase, the receiver room, everybody's kind of looking around like, who's the guy? Who's going to make the play? Hell, everybody's surprised after yesterday's game, be like, damn, okay, I guess it's Bo Collins. You guess. But when you in that DB room, it's a total different experience. Oh, I got guys with expectations that do things. I can't be the weakest link. I'm going to just try to make my name. Shit, everybody else got something going on. I need to get something going on too. Receiver room's like, all right, who going to make this catch? All right, who gonna change the game? So that's the difference between the two rooms, but you see what the difference does. And Don got a pick yesterday. That only happens when you got a room that's flowing. Everybody's chasing each other. They pushing the limit, and you got a great coach, Mike Mickens.
Potential to be the best secondary at Notre Dame, bro. Potentially. Benjamin Morrison left the field. They put Leonard Moore in the game, and I was shocked that Texas A&M didn't immediately try to go at him for the 2 plays he was in the game. I'm like, man, y'all you're that frightened by the secondary? Like, man, 1 + 1 = 2. You see a freshman come on the field. CJ Stroud did it to Jaden Mickey. Oh, freshman, you in? Okay, you in for Tariq Bracy? Oh, that's where I'm going. Leonard Moore came on the field and it was like, Connor Wegman didn't even look his way. I'm like, dude, this cat Connor Wegman throwing up after touchdowns. Like, dude, you all right?
Connor Wegman couldn't get past that 7. That 7. He got to worry about that first.
Like, you okay? My brother, you coming off the field after scoring a touchdown, regurgitating?
Yeah.
You okay? It's a lot of pressure, huh? I guess Mike Elko didn't tell him or didn't deliver the message he tried to sell us. It's not a big game because it's Notre Dame. It's a big game because it's the number 17. Word? Is that why you could clearly hear "Let's Go Irish" coming through the speakers? I heard it coming through the speakers on my TV in the fourth quarter at the end when there was still 100,000 in the stadium. All I heard was "Let's go Irish. Let's go Irish." That's all I heard through my speakers. 12th man was real quiet. There was a lot of Notre Dame fans there. Lots of Notre Dame fans there. Real loud. Real loud. But the hype of the game had nothing to do with Notre Dame. Nothing. Nothing. Wasn't because of Notre Dame. Well, that whooping you took was all because of Notre Dame.
That's right.
All because of Notre Dame. And like you guys said on Players Only, let's go get this dub. It's Notre Dame and no one else.
And no one else.
And no one else. Yeah, man. Sorry. I did. John Massey, I did say that like I was dealing with a baby, right? Yeah. Man's throwing up on the field. It was my TV. Oh, Michael Johnson said it was his TV too. Okay. I wasn't alone. Maybe it was my TV. It was artificially, it's AI sound. My TV created, customized for my fandom. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe. Anything else about the defense, Left, as we get ready to get out of here? Because we have so much. Marcus Freeman, his press conference tomorrow. We'll talk about that. We'll look forward to, oh boy, I'm getting ready to head to my mom's now as we celebrate the holiday, and my sisters are waiting for me as we drive down next weekend to watch their NIU Huskies probably take a beating for 4 quarters.
Yeah, they're gonna be,
And yeah, because they're facing a team that's going to be in correction mode. Like, they're facing a team that the coaches have a perfect situation. We won, big win, but guess what? We got a lot of work to do this week. We got a lot to clean up. Yep, NIU. Hey, man. If I was one of the players, I would come up with one of those, like, secret fevers on a Thursday night. Like, oh, I don't feel good. Otherwise, you're going to have to sit here and take this whooping personally. Don't take it personally. It's just business. I'll say this, Left. Al Golden has proven himself. I think they're going to have an incredibly deep and talented secondary that's going to get a lot of turnovers. And it's beautiful knowing that you play man-to-man or quarters at times, and then you play mind tricks with the offensive coordinator, and just when he think he has the right call, you play cover 2. And they think they're hitting a crosser that's about to pop for like 12 to 15 yards. And the next thing you know, Christian Gray is sitting there waiting for dude. Like, hello. And let them know about it too. Let them know about it. Defensively, this is what we're talking about, Left. This is what we're talking about defensively. Crazy. Notre Dame, we said they couldn't give up 100 yards. We wanted to see that improvement on the ground. Right? That's what we said.
That's right.
Well, they only gave up 150 through the air. No, 100 yards through the air. Barely 100 yards. They gave up 146 yards rushing. Want to see that improve a little bit. But like I said, Colin Klein caught them in a couple of calls, a couple of big runs broke. It is what it is. That is something, if we're going to give up under 250 yards, total yards in a game, yeah, teams are in trouble. 11 penalties for 99 yards is crazy. Crazy. Time of possession in our favor. People, man, Texas A&M side try to use it as an excuse, like, oh my God, look at the time of possession. It was 31-28. Relax. You're acting like it was 35-25. Relax. It was a 3-minute difference. So ultimately, Left, the defense set the tone. The defense is going to be the anchor for this team and set the tone all year long. And as the offense matures and tries to catch up to the same level and play at the same level that the defense plays at, that's when I think in November we start to see who this team is really going to be as they head into the playoffs.
That's right. We're definitely ramping up. Good to get the first win, kick it off the right way. We're looking to continue to roll.
Game ball on offense, Left.
Definitely Jeremiah Love. I said it before the game. He gets the game ball, and I was right about it. And that's the rock of the offense. And if he goes, we go as he goes.
Left. When he had the touchdown run, you know you just done your thing when your position coach is sitting next to you with the iPad, like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Dylan McCullough was impressed. Like, okay. The way he got skinny, got into that hole, and then literally one leg on the ground, bam, acceleration. Fantastic run. Just watch it over and over again. It's very impressive, bro. Him and Jadarian Price, and then they called back another 30-yard run, didn't they?
Yep.
For Price, when he ran my man over, he literally just ran the linebacker over. Just ran him over to the outside. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, watching those two young men all year, it might not look like it did with Audrey, but it's going to be just as impressive. Because you might see a little bit more, just a tad bit more tackles for loss, because they like to bounce it to the outside, like to search for the big play. Like you said, Jeremiah Love was searching for the big play a little bit too much early. But once they settle in, man, it's a dynamic duo. Definitely one of the top running back rooms, top tandems in all of college football. Defensive side of the ball, who you have?
Defensively, oh, man. I say Christian Gray.
Okay.
I think he stood out from the aspect of he had moments where they tried to go at him and he lost, and he made big plays when it counted. So definitely battle tested. And I think it stood out because his impact on the game allowed other guys in that secondary to make plays and probably had the confidence to do some of the things they did with those picks and thereafter. So definitely shout out to him.
And John Massey, on the way out, I agree with you. That holding call on Ashton Craig on that play was absolutely ridiculous. But here's the thing. It was unnecessary. Ashton, you have both hands outside. No reason to come inside and make any contact. Now you're bringing the attention. You're bringing the attention of the umpire right to you. If he keeps his hands on the outside, it's the same thing. Same results. Same results. Same thing with Anthony Knapp when he got the holding call. You held up, you got the guy, and then you want to tug. No. Do your job. Fight. I know you're a little bit light in the buttocks area right now. You really can't anchor like you're going to be able to anchor moving forward as you add weight. Just fight right now. That's all you have to do, young man. Just continue to fight and be a warrior and give time to this offense, and they're going to make plays and put points on the board. Left, as always, man, appreciate you. Appreciate you, Lucky Lefty Nation, and appreciate you, Notre Dame Nation. Apple Podcast, Spotify, patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, TikTok, X, Instagram, Lucky Lefty Pod. Subscribe to YouTube. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, the like button. It helps us with the views. Leave your comments and questions. And then once again, Players Only Podcast exclusively, patreon.com/Lucky Lefty Network, dropping tomorrow evening. Reggie Brooks, Oscar McBride, MALIK'S, ZAIRE, and other special guests that are former Notre Dame players. For Left, I'm Sean Davis. I bid you adieu. We bid you adieu until tomorrow when we talk about Marcus Freeman, his press conference, continue to break down the game and some special things we saw. And then we start to look forward to the Northern Illinois Huskies as they come into Notre Dame Stadium. Notice I didn't even say invade, Left.
That's
They're
right.
they're not invading anything.
Nope.
They better be lucky if we let them in.
Better
So
be.
for Left, SD2 mics, enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. Continue to be blessed. And most of all, make sure that you continue to spin it different.
Different.